Alright gang, cheeky update. I haven't filmed anything this morning actually, mainly because you don't need to see me putting bits together, do you? There's plenty of people who know what they're doing that you can watch there. Bought a new fire thing there, give it a spray with some paint just to try and make it last more than a couple of years, because I never put them away. Chit chat in the rain and everything else. But we had a couple of friends round last night, sat outside and it's chilly, a couple of beers with the fire pit. It was lovely. So I've been painting the shed this morning, painting the fry house, ready to have a selection. Sorry, there's a close up camera. Gonna have a select through, have some in there, pick out maybe 20, yeah, probably 20 are the ones I want, because some of them are getting a bit big now, and the Kahako put in there from that Caroline bought me at the show weekend before, can't remember. Last weekend. That's a little bit big, and it's chomping through a couple of the really smaller ones, so I don't want it to keep doing that. So we're going to whip that out, get the bigger ones out, and we'll get them in here. So I'm just filling that up. Flip you around and we'll have a quick look. Yeah, give the old shed a bit of a lick of preservative. I ain't painting anything, it's a pain in the arse. So I'm just chopping this back up. There was a bit of life swimming around in there, a few gothicas and some mozzie larvae and stuff. So I'm just chopping it back up again. I'll put some sodium thiosulfate in a bit. But yeah, I'll leave it so they can have a munch on the live food that's in there. Now I haven't got any filters. I did sell a load of, I had a couple of Easy Pods, but I got rid of them because I just wasn't using them. I thought there's no point. Sod's law, isn't it? So I've had to fire up the old depth can. Now I know what these are like, so I am conscious of the fact that I'm going to have to strip it down. People get these, and in all fairness, they're actually quite good. It's got the built-in UV and everything. I've replaced the bulb and it's all had a clean out. It's just running through now, running some fresh water through everything, get the chloramine C and everything else. I've had it stripped right down and cleaned everything, scrubbed everything, so it's absolutely spotless. But people buy them and think that you just do the auto clean bit, or do your hand pump, whatever it is you do, to get that to clean itself out, and that's it. You don't have to do anything, but you do. I mean, if you're heavily feeding at least once a week, you're gonna have to strip that down and clean it out, because all the crap gathers in the bottom of it. It doesn't get rid of it, it doesn't push it out. And if you do that, they're not a bad little thing for a project pond, for something like this. I mean, there's no way I'd use it on there or on there, absolutely not. But for a project pond, for a little thing like this, that's fine. But if you've got one of them, don't think that you don't have to strip it down on a regular basis, because you do. And if you don't, you'll end up with bacteria issues, and all kinds of shite can go wrong with them. So that's why they get the nickname death cans. Because if you don't know what you're doing with them, they are. But they advertise them as being self-cleaning, auto-cleaning, everything else. And they do. They'll squeeze the brushes. There's a motor in here. And basically all it does is when you turn that way to clean, it rotates the brushes. There's a spindle and what have you, the motor in there. And it rotates the brushes on a piece of plastic that sits in there. And it squeezes all the crap out and it spits it all out of there. And it does. But it doesn't get rid of all the sediment and crap at the bottom. So you need to strip them down, get them cleaned. And you shouldn't have too many problems with them. But there you go. So yeah, so I'm going to whip in the garage. Got a bucket in there. Going to fill that with water. Take out the biggest ones. Have a flick through. See what we've got. And then we'll get them in there. We'll get this plumbed in. And we'll get it running. I'll probably have to take some in block. Stand it up on the block. I'm trying to find a piece of pipe the only problem is I haven't got, again, I sold a load of gear and one of them was a bloody Vary pump. I've got a 4,000 litre Vary pump, but it's one of the small ones, so the pipe work doesn't fit. So for now I'm having to use that All Pond Solutions pump, which is an 8,000 litre an hour pump, which is way too much, but it'll do the job for now until I can get hold of something to increase the diameter from the 4,000 Vary pump. I know Vince had one a while ago, and I think he did something to increase it to be able to fit it onto the onto something else. So I'll have a look. I'm down there next weekend with him anyway, so I'll have a chat and see what he's doing. So, a bit of glare on the water there. Sorry about that. Not much I can do about that. So yeah, you can see all the fry down there. The Kahaku's swimming away down there, but he's quite substantial now. So I've pulled out 3 or 4 bits of fry, and I'm not happy about doing that. So I mean, there were some absolutely minuscule ones in here, so you can see the difference in size now. Some of these are absolutely bombing away. That one's the shape of a Chama Saba, that one down there. So, but the others, you can see there's some nice clean head on that one. That one's got some nice pattern forming as well. So I'll whip them out. We'll have a look at a few of them. Some nice achievers there from the New Forest as well. You see Davy Coy, Black Country Toy Bloke. He's had a couple out of here. I mean, look, there's one there. I'm going to have to fish that bugger out there. It's, oh, there is it. I've had a munch on that one as well. So, yeah, unfortunately, they've had a munch on that. So I shall whip it out, and then, yeah, we'll get these out because that's not fair now. These can go away. I don't mind nature taking its course on some things, but this is these need to be out. So I'll catch you when we've got them out in the bucket. So there we go, guys. Actually, not a bad view. That's the Kahaku. The Caroline picked me up last weekend. I say 15 quid. Can't really go wrong with a pop. And then these are the biggest of the fry that have come out. You see some of the Aragoki, Ginrin, Achiba types from the New Forest, and then you can see all these metallic types, Kijakus, Yamabuki, are from my parents' set. So you see the metallic Achiba coming through on that one. So we'll see what they turn out like. There's a few more. I mean, it's not doing, the camera's not really doing justice to some of these, to be honest with you. They're actually really quite pretty. But we'll see how these go. I think the Kahaku is considerably bigger than some of these as well. I think that's just going to go in a pond and fend for itself with the ones from last year, potentially. Although I think they're too big for that to. We'll see. I didn't realise how much bigger it was until you see it actually in a bowl. So we'll see. I can see one down there already with short gills. So we'll have a little flick through these and see what's going on. All right. There we go, gang. They're in there, happily swimming around. Nice little glare on the water there. Apologies. Can't do anything about the glare, but anyway, there we are. As I say, that's absolutely firing in there. But I'll need to get a bearing pump or something that's sort of just slow it down. I've tried one of those bearing dial, the plug-in thing, but they don't work particularly well on these pumps. So there we are there. Swimming around up his lad. He decided to leave the Kahaku in there. It's too small to go in the other one. So he's staying in there. So that's got a nice shade of green now because it's picked up all the algae that was in the bottom. So there's plenty of live food in there. I'll give this a clean out every day. That'll get it clean out, and then I'll strip it back down at the weekend and clean all the crap out the bottom of it. I'll do a video of that actually, just to show you in a week how much crap will come in. And these aren't feeding very heavily, but the temperature in here, even during the day when there's no sun out, is so much better than the leaf floating by. Yeah, it's so much higher. It's a good couple of degrees higher than it is in the other ponds. So these can stay in here and grow on, and hopefully we'll get them to a similar sort of size in March that the other ones did, March and April, when the others started to pile the size on in here. There's 24, including Nakahaka, there's 24 fish in here, so, which is annoying me slightly. I want to go and find another one to put in so I can round it to 25. So I might have to go and do that now. But yeah, that's it. I shall catch up with you guys soon. Have a good week.